nefesh, heart's delight, source of mercy. Light sown for the righteous, radiance for the upright. O you righteous, rejoice in the eternal, acclaim God's holy name.
Oh
page 137. Adonai oz la'amo yitem. Adonai yivarech et amo b'shalom. May God grant strength to our people. May God grant our people the most important gift of all, the gift of peace. Adonai oz la'amo yitem. Adonai yivarech et amo. Page 138. 138.
Who is our guest speaker tonight, will light our Shabbat candles as we bring Shabbat, the warmth of Shabbat, into our hearts and into this weekend.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת קודש.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom, your Hebrew is very good. Let us take a moment to turn to each other, wishing each other a Shabbat Shalom. But besides Dana, who's here from Israel, do we have any visitors from out of town? I do see Kate, who's here from the east coast of the United States. We welcome you, Kate. It's lovely for you to be here with Daniel and Kay. Anyone else? Any hands go up? From Vietnam, we welcome you as well. Let's turn to each other, wishing each other a Shabbat Shalom.
page 142. The angels accompany us in the words of Shalom Aleichem, 140.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hashem, Malachei Elyonim, Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hashem, Malachei Elyonim, Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyonim, Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyonim, Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyonim, Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyonim, Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We rise on page 144 for the Chaz Keresh and the call to prayer. Amen. Hagala, Hagala, Budizman Karim. Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach, Le'alam Ulal Me'al Maya, Yitbarach.
Yitbarach, V'yishtabach, V'yipah, V'yitroman, V'yitnaseh, V'yithanah, V'yithaleh, V'yithalal, Shem Melech U'Nesha.
Brichu. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Please be seated if you'll join with me in the Hebrew on page 148. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim v'chokhma potech sha'arim u'vitvuna meshenei eitim ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים במשמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו. בורא יום ולילה גולל אור מפני חושך וחושך מפני אור. הוא מעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה. אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים. תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המריב ערבים. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברתם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לתותבות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
ויאמר אדוני למשה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת אליהם, ועשו להם ציצית על כתפיהם וגדולתם ונטלו הציצית הכלה ותפארת, והיה לכם בציצית וריתם אותו, וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני ועשיתם אותם, ולא תטורו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם אשר אתם שוהים אחריהם, ולמען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. At the bottom of page 156. All this we hold to be true and trustworthy for us. You alone are our God, and we are Israel, your people. You are our sovereign and Savior who delivers us from the oppressor's hands and saves us from tyrants' fists. You work wonders without number, marvels beyond count. You give us life and steady our footsteps. You performed miracles for us before Pharaoh, signs and wonders in the land of the Egyptians. You led your people Israel out from their midst to freedom for all time. When your children witnessed your dominance, they praised your name in gratitude, and they accepted your sovereignty. Moses, Miriam, and all of Israel sang to you together, lifting their voices joyously and singing this song. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nidar ba'kodesh, nora tehilot oseh velech malchutecha, ra'u banecha, bokeh yadlik Moshe uMiriam, zenim panu ve'amru, Adonai imlo leolam va'amen. ונאמר כי ברא אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני קהל ישראל. ושמור צאתנו בואנו לחיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם, מעתה ועד עולם, מעתה ועד עולם. השיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלום ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. Blessed are you, Eternal One, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ברית עולם. So we rise on page 164 for the Amidah, the Tefillah, the standing prayer. As is our tradition, we do chant the first three of the benedictions, and then we continue in silent prayer or meditation, whether using the words of our prayer books or the words of our hearts. Page 164, the Amidah.
Adonai sefatai tiftach, ufi yagid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel chasadim tovim v'koneh hakol, v'zoche chasdei avot v'imahot, u'mevi geula livnei v'nehem, למען שמו באחריו, מלך עוזר ומשיח ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מזריח השמש ומוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, סומק נופים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומתו מלך, מלך ממית וחי ומצמיח ישוע. ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי המתים. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהלכוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
רצון נמריתי, והגיון ליבי לפניך. Adonai tzuri v'goali. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, God, my rock and my redeemer.
Shabbat Shalom. How beautiful is the music tonight, isn't it? And I turned to the Light family as we were singing Mi Chamocha. I said, no, not Mi Chamocha. We've been singing the high holiday melody. We're just a week away from Rosh Hashanah. I'm scared. Tonight we are very fortunate and blessed to have an extraordinary young woman, Dana Pinasol, to share the Bima with us tonight and to share her story. So those of you who haven't had a chance to read her biography, Dana in 1996 was a 21-year-old border police. Sorry, I just gave away your age. You were a border police officer. You left your home, boarded the 18 bus back to your army base, and there was a suicide bomber that boarded near Jaffa Gate. The reality is that you were sitting above the fuel tank, the bomb exploded, injured by the effect of the fuel tank, and in the bomb were nails and all the counter shrapnel that causes such severe injury. Since then, with tremendous rehab and supportive family and friends, you're able to tell us your story, but you've also spent the last many years advocating for soldiers who have been injured, working with children with disabilities, and enough that you feel that you can share your story, but also that you are the first female on the board of the directors of Beit Halachem Israel, which is for the injured soldiers. And for me, as a woman rabbi, being the first female, this is your bima. So I welcome you onto our bima to share your story, to share what's relevant to you. Also want to say that I just said to Dana, I said, you've got 4 children? You don't look old enough. That's what I was thinking. 19 all the way through. How much the hell is younger? 7. 7 years old is your youngest. So Mazal Tov. Please come and join me on the bima, and we look forward to hearing your story.
Thank you very much for listening to me on this amazing Friday evening. You took half of my story away, but I was born and raised in Jerusalem, and my father came to Israel from India, and my mom was born in Israel, but her family is from Persia. Ultimate melting pot, the Israeli army, they met there, got married during the Yom Kippur War, and I'm the baby boom after the war. I'm the oldest out of 4. My mom did the exact opposite. Girl, then 3 boys. I reversed it. So I ruled the house. I was raised in a very Zionist, very Israel-loving home, and at the age of 18 I joined the army. I had an amazing service in the army because I insisted, even though it was 1992, to do things as a woman, which today is obvious. After finishing my 2-year mandatory service, I joined the police again, and then I wanted to be a medic again. And the Jerusalem district head told me that there will never be a woman medic in his district. So I took the Israeli police to the Supreme Court with a sexual discrimination lawsuit, and I won. And I became the first female medic. I went back to the Border Patrol Police Unit, which I served. And that Sunday morning, unfortunately, I boarded a bus that a suicide bomber went on. And I don't know what happened that day because I don't remember. But I rushed usually in that kind of occasion, if you don't scream or run, you are dead. So 26 people actually died that day. And only when they started taking out dead bodies, they realized I'm alive. They rushed me to the hospital. I was Jane Doe for many hours, and even when they identified me, they told my parents, say her goodbyes, she's not going to make it. I woke up 10 days later, and I had 3 excruciating, painful months, a lot of surgeries, every kind of blast injury. On the book I had it, plus very severe burns. After 3 months in the hospital, started rehabilitation, and then I decided that rehabilitation is not the place for me. Even though I wasn't able to walk, I wanted to go back to work. They actually thought I had brain injury back then, but I went back to work part-time, and I went to Bet Halochem at the other part of the day to do my physiotherapy, my hydrotherapy, but to spend, most of all, to spend time with people whose condition was worse than mine. They were amputated, they were on wheelchairs, but they already crossed that bridge. They were swimming, they were playing basketball, they had families, and they showed me that there is a light at the end of that very difficult tunnel. Bet Halochem is an Israeli rehabilitation center, only for soldiers. When I was injured, I was dating a cute guy in the army, which actually had no reason to stay, because I was mean. I was in a lot of pain, so I inflicted a lot of pain on everyone else. And he didn't go, and I asked him to go. I didn't want him to stay with me because he felt sorry for me, because I wanted to do it on my own. And he told me, you are still the same person I fell in love with, so I'm not going anywhere. Last June, we celebrated 20 years of marriage, so we're still around. We have 4 kids, as you said, 19 in the army right now, 17, 13, and I have an amazing Jewish princess at home, 7-year-old, who goes to a Tali school, so whatever you're doing here, it's exactly what I know from her. I really wanted to give back to my community, to the place I felt that helped me grow over some of the difficult moments in my life. So today, and for the past 5 years, I have been running as a volunteer a program called Kids of Courage. It's kids of disabled veterans. The kids are completely okay, but they come from very difficult families. They have a PTSD father or an amputated mother, and they forgot what it's like to be a child, because they have to take care of their own parents. They have to calm them down, they have to bathe them. And coming to their bar mitzvah year, we take 50 of them every year to a 4-week summer camp experience in Canada, which is mostly funded by the Canadian community. Parents only pay for the airfare. But I'm the luckiest person on earth to see them grow there, to see them expand their wings and know that it's okay to be a child and to experience. I have been through a lot in my life. but thanks to Bet Halochem and ZDVO and amazing people like yourself who support Israel, I'm able to stand here today and thank all of you. Shabbat Shalom to all of you and Shana Tova. Thank you very much.
Dana, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. It is so very inspiring. Thank you. And as we head into the high holidays, as Helen and Larry make their way up to the bima, I invite you to rise as we sound the shofar. So as you know, our custom in this congregation is even on Shabbat, we sound the shofar, so everyone has an opportunity to hear this beautiful cry of the shofar.
Immediately after the shofar, we will turn to page 586 for the Alin. Tekiah Shvarim Tekiah Tekiah Teruah Tekiah Tekiah Shvarim Teruah Tekiah Chazak. Page 586, 586, the Alin. לתת גדולה ויוצר בראשית, שהוא נותן שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יגרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת אותו בגובי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אלון, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. We remain standing for a few more moments as we turn to the words of Kaddish Yatom on page 598. 598.
And for the week of the Shiva, we remember in our congregation Anne Jacobs, and we announce the passing of Ellen Frankel, who will be laid to rest this coming week. And for the Shloshim, the 30 days of mourning, we remember Magda Gal, Ruth Goldblatt, Heidi Goldstein, Alexander Raphael Ewald Linsky, Frank William Jones, Michael Kutcher, Marion Lipman, Robert Nita, Eva Nissen, Victor Samuel, Les Siv, and Shoshana Zan. And the yard sites, the anniversaries of whose death fall on this Shabbat, we remember Maxa Bush, Shireen Arbor, Alex Carrick, Janie Carrick, Frank Cooper Smith, Maureen Cecilia DeSanto, Alfred Francis, Kathleen Francis, Ralph Friedman, Brendan Griffin, Pat Haywood, Kathy Jacoby, Cecilia Knozzo, Maria Krindler, Anita Lewitt, Adi Lipman, Alexander Mamoff, Mary Mamoff, Simon Milstein, Gordon Adrian Pearlstein, Adela Rishin, Norman Rothman, Michael Rossdale, Janie Schwartz, Katie Selby, Simon Sharman, Benny Sloan, Noah Sloan, Bella Stone, Jack Stone, Alexis Taranto, Karen Lee Topol, Eve Trainer, Jeff Wasserteal, and Simon Wasserteal. If you'd like to share the name of a loved one for Shiva Shloshim or Yahrzeit, I invite you to do so out loud or in your hearts at this time. Zecher Tzadik Livracha, may the memory of the righteous be for a blessing as we join together in one voice, as is our custom. Amen. Yitzgadal v'yitzgadash Shemei Rabbah, Yamad Divrach Yiriteh v'yamlich Malchuteh, Chayachon of Yom Echon v'chayeh l'chol Beit Yisrael, V'gala v'zman kariv yimaru.
Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah v'rach le'olam
Amen. Amaya. Yitzbarach v'yishtabach v'pa'ar v'karmam v'pnaseh, v'tadar v'taleh v'talal shmei l'kedusha b'richu, la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, ushbachata v'nechemata, da'amiran bi'alma v'maru. Amen. Yehei Shama Rama min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'akol Yisrael, imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'brama, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'akol Yisrael, Amen. Hamakom Yenachem Echem B'Tosha Haflei Tzion Yerushalayim. Let us also peace and peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved in Zion and Jerusalem and around the world. And we say, Amen. As we are seated, I invite our President, Rebecca Silk, to make some announcements.
Thank you, Rabbi, and thank you so much to our ensemble tonight. Cantor Lalum, Sharon, Ari, Mary, Patrick, Ronin, and the Ruach Choir for your liturgy. It's been absolutely beautiful. A few announcements. We are 1 week only away from Rosh Hashanah, you can find out about all our services on your tickets, which look like this. You also have a summary of our services here on your Kol Israel sheet. So please do check out all those times. If by some reason you don't have a ticket, there is 1 week for you to get in touch with the office and sort that out. So tomorrow night we start with Slichot. We will be here. Please join us at 9 p.m. for a documentary of a very interesting film called Healed. Then we will have some supper and the Slichot service at 10:30 when we will transform our sanctuary from the usual blue to white. I always find that a wonderful moment. Then on Sunday, we could do with some help to assist our volunteer gardeners, who will be gardening to bring the front of our synagogue into really good shape. And if you're feeling very strong, do come along also at 9:30 and help with the bimmer moving. And then on Sunday, you can relax and come along to TBI Film Club. The film that's screening is called The Visitor. It's a film, I believe, from 2007 or so. It's a Tom McCarthy film, very poignant film on themes of loneliness, friendship and acceptance of the other. That's 6:30 for a 7 o'clock start.
Rebecca, Jenny, who leads our film club, is here tonight if you'd like to. Raise your hand, Jenny, just for a sec. If you'd like to know more about them films, Jenny will tell you.
Yes, thanks, Jenny. And just a reminder about next weekend. So next Friday night at 5:30, we're having a special pre-New Year, pre-Shabbat drinks. And our special guest will be Matthew Guy, leader of the opposition here in Victoria. And so very warm welcome everyone. Do please stay and join us for Kiddush at the back of the sanctuary. And please thank our Shul Protection and CSG volunteers on your way out after leaving your books on the trolley. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. And before our final song, Rebecca, as you well know, tomorrow morning, and I wasn't going to announce it, but I thought, why not? So tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, as part of our Shabbat Shacharit service, we have a young man, Hamish Green, who will become Bar Mitzvah. Hamish is intellectually disabled. He's very, to use the term very special needs is not appropriate, but he is. So he's going to become a bar mitzvah. He'll be present, his family will say blessings. How much Hamish will actually understand about what's going on, we're not sure. But one thing we do know is when I sounded the shofar on Wednesday when he was here, Hamish smiled. And he doesn't often smile. So we do invite you to come along and support Hamish and his family. As Hamish, as his right, when he turns 13, to become a bar mitzvah in our tradition. So I invite you to come along and support Hamish and his family as part of our Shacharit service tomorrow. Shabbat Shalom.
We conclude with the words of Oseh Shalom Bimromav Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael Ve'imru Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all of Israel, and to all of humanity. And we say, Amen.
Oseh Shalom Bimromav Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel Ve'imru
As you come to the back of the hall, you will find the red is wine, the white is grape juice, and in the middle is Johnny Walker, the Kiddush. Amen. Ivanu v'acharta otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim. L'chaim. And the Motzi, Baruch Ata Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat Shalom and B'Te'amon. Shabbat Shalom. It's okay, that's a big piece of challah. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Good Shabbat.